Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
I mean, ultimately, he likes the oil rub bronze finish, but more people I talk to, and you've looked like the biggest expert so far, that if I just went with the raw, unpolished, that may weather dark, which is what he's ultimately looking for. What he's used in the past has been aluminum thresholds with a bronze finish on them, scrapes off silver, and they can't stand it. So the task was go find a bronze metal threshold. So just if you can, explain to me that I'm in the right spot, this is the right product that I'm looking at, unless you have a different option.
So you're looking for a threshold not made of aluminum with a dark bronze anodizing. What is the requirements that your client has given you? What are you trying to hit?
They want it dark. They don't want it to scratch silver. So if it scratches gold or bronze, whatever, that's fine. They just don't want the chipping and the scratching in silver. Now, if I just went with, say, the extruded unfinished, won't that turn brown over time anyway?
Well, you mean a mill bronze. It
Correct.
won't turn brown over time. It'll patina. It'll, turn colors other than dark. It'll just look like it's dirty is what it'll look like.
And how do the ones that come now, is National Guard the only brand you sell, or do you sell other brands?
Others, all major manufacturers of weather stripping.
Okay, so if I said that the spec was that 613 BER, but then I wanted their option number 722, which is the oil rub bronze finish, how do I get a price on that unit? 6 feet long, 72 inches.
That's easy. It's easy for me to price this for you. I'm not convinced that it's going to meet the requirements of what the client wants. And what I mean is the very definition of oil rub bronze is that it is a living finish. It's going to change with time. All of them will change with time. The polished brass will have a lacquer on it, so it won't change until that lacquer breaks. Mill, oil rubbed, that's going to evolve instantly right away. It's going to start to rust, even though that's not the process on the architectural alloy that we call architectural bronze within the industry. But when someone says to me 722, I am concluding that you understand what goes along with 722. It's unstable. It's going to change. It will look different in a week than it does today, and very different in a year. If your client wants a stable finish that will not change at all, anodized is good, but you can scratch it, obviously. What you might consider as powder coated, it's very different than what we're talking about. So the question really is, what does the client want this thing to look like in a year? Do they want it to patina with time? If they do, then this is great. But if they don't want to see it turn colors on you, then this is the wrong way to go, because this material is hundreds of dollars per foot.
Even in the mill finish?
Oh, no, mill finish is a lot less expensive, but it's still...
Still pricey.
Oh, yeah. So down here in Naples, you're still dealing with 150 plus a foot, even for mill. Down here in Naples, you're going to build a $5 million house. You're not putting in an aluminum threshold. The Ritz-Carlton that's down here, it's all solid bronze thresholds, my man, and they look beautiful. Why? Because they charge $1,500 a night for a queen in season. So it's all relative. We just supplied.
Yeah.
Anyway, you get the point. It's just.
Yeah, no question. I got it. So you're the guy that's in the videos that I watched?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, they worked. They got me to your company.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, sure. I mean, it's it's hard to find information sometimes, and it's hard to come up with what you need. But in particular, regarding this threshold, this application, I would just caution, because I've been through it. People order mill, and they call me and stuff, say, "What? This thing looks like it's damaged." No, it's mill. It's raw. That's what you ordered. So trying to dispel, what reality is versus what expectations is, make those match.
Yeah. So what I did was I shared one of your videos today, and I'm going to send it in an email, or I copied it actually. I'm going to send it in an email to them. So I work remotely for them. They're based in Virginia. I'm based in New Jersey, and I manage all their commercial properties as well as their restaurant properties. So we're in the market for these thresholds for the restaurants. And although they're Tex-Mex in theme, they're extremely high-volume restaurants with very good reputations, and we spare no cost on anything. So spending, $800, $1,200, whatever it would be a threshold, that's no big deal. It just really is no big deal. At the same time, he wants what he wants. He wants what he wants. And the aluminum, anodized, however they're putting these finishes on, I put down, 3 or 5 of them already, and they just don't hold up. Yeah, they're $70. They don't work. They don't work for what we want. So I think the last video I watched, it was you giving an example of 4 different finishes. And that will clearly show them what the finishes look like. And my gut is going to be, they're going to be to that milled finish, the one that looked the most raw, and to your words, will patina change color multiple times. That's probably ultimately what they want. And that probably, out of everything you showed in your video, is the least expensive. So it'll actually work. It should work both ways. Give them what they want. Plus, when I priced doing it in oil rub bronze, it definitely got costly. And then most of the people you talk to have no clue what they're talking about. You definitely understood it better than anybody I've talked to or seen. So that said, how do I get you to send me something that would tell me what the mill finish would cost? I mean, I'll take an estimate on both, with the oil rub finish on it, but I'll also take it raw as well.
Okay. Okay. What is your email address?
It's AGE.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program.